This is the Cats and Pudding Podcast. A melting pot of pudding. And now, here's Jen.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of Cats and Pudding. And today, oh my God, it's just been a great day for me so far. I have a beautiful guest host, Miss Renee Graziano.
Hi.
And I'm so happy that you're here with me today.
I'm not in the cuck chair, however.
We're going to talk about that later.
We're going to talk about the cuck chair.
And I have a beautiful...
Thank you.
I have a beautiful guest host, and I would love for you to introduce our guest on the show.
Yes, let's just say she can cook her ass off.
Yes.
Okay. Miss Rita Cucina.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
I'm so excited to be here with you guys. And
Thank you.
You're finally here. I'm happy.
Know, it's been a while. It's been a while. I know. Life just like...
Life is lifing.
Yeah. So
for everybody.
I don't realize like every day wakes up and it's like a whole new thing. You know?
Yeah. Well, let's be grateful we all woke up.
Yeah.
Yes. You know,
that's for sure.
Yeah, and I got to the city today.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Because we have the UN summit around the block or down the corner, whatever it is.
Yeah, it's not far.
But you know what? I think everyone needs to be very grateful in this day and time in the world. And without saying any more than that, it's just I think people have to learn how to be grateful for their life.
I agree.
Yes.
I
Very
agree.
true.
With that being said,
thanks.
thanks. Well, for me, it's God. But so thank you.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm so happy that you're here today.
Me too. I'm excited. We're from the same neck of the woods.
We are. We both live in Howard Beach.
Yes.
And I just found out, like in the last few months, that you are friends. You grew up with a close friend of my daughter's mom. You grew up with Adriana's mom. I never knew that. I never knew that. It's so funny how our neighborhood is so small anyway.
I know.
So it's like 6 degrees. Not even 6 degrees. It's like 1 degree of separation.
Yeah, I remember seeing your daughter all the time.
Yeah.
Because I would go to their house and everything, and they're always together.
Yep.
And yeah, so it turned out it was your daughter.
Yeah, it's so funny. And they've been best friends since they're 10 years old, and they're 35
amazing.
now.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's a true friendship.
You guys
which
got
is
a good
beautiful.
neighborhood. Howard Beach is a good neighborhood.
I love it.
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
tight.
You got a little bit of everybody from every family over there. You know, I love. Well,
That's true.
I love my mob history. I do.
Great.
And there's some great recipes that come out of them too. Those men that are locked up, they
come up with good stuff, right?
Yeah.
they need
they do.
they need a
taught us how
cookbook. You need to talk to them.
They taught us how to slice the garlic.
Yes.
That's right.
100%.
Right, and that's actually from the movie, which Goodfellas celebrated 35 years.
Yep.
Oh my
yes.
Chris Sarone's party they had last week, actually.
Yep. I did a big interview, but that's where we talk about from slicing that garlic.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So thin. Oh my God.
Exactly.
What's like your favorite, your book, first and foremost. So what is the title of it? Because I was just...
Well, you should like this title. Sit Down Dinners.
Of course. I love a good... I couldn't see it. I took my glasses off. I love a good sit down.
Yeah, so that's what I named it Sit Down Dinners.
Oh, I love it.
That hat's my grandfather's.
How cute.
And
Cute
did you
is
see
that.
the table, Renee? We got cards. We got...
I know the cigar, the
Look at
car, the
the
bowl.
bread. This is
I
up
love
your
it.
alley.
Of course it is. And straight down to
Whose
the hat.
cigars are those?
I bought it.
Oh, okay.
Just for the prop.
For the prop?
Yeah.
Do you smoke cigars?
I do not.
You do?
I do not.
Yeah.
Look how cute she is.
They kill your chest.
Yeah.
So cute.
Thank
You're
you.
adorable.
I love it. I
Thank
was
you.
looking through and I love that it's a homey book.
Yeah.
I love that warm
And I love it's in big lettering so I can see.
Because I'm blind,
Because
I
I'm
can't
blind.
see anything. And I told my daughter, make sure
love
you
it.
do big print because we need to see.
Love it.
Yeah,
Wait, your
no,
daughter
I love
your
it.
daughter
My
helped you
daughter does it all. Yeah.
This one?
Yeah.
You're good.
Yeah.
You're good. My daughter's doing stuff for me right now for a big gala. I want to see how she fares with what we're doing with our signs and our QR codes.
I love it. I love it. I
She's
love
doing
that book
Because I can't do that
about
shit.
home.
Yeah.
I can't do that shit.
Oh, hell no. I'm paying.
Yeah, I can't do that shit.
I could eat lollipops.
So Rita, tell me about how this whole thing started. Like, I mean, it just
my
like
kids-
erupted in the kitchen.
My kids were on TikTok and they would do these stupid dance. They were so annoying. Like everywhere I turned, they're like doing
That's
this
me.
and
That's me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And,
I'm always doing it.
I was like annoyed. I was like, Ma, like my kids are like, Ma, it's not just dancing. There's everything on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, there's cooking because they know I would watch like Food Network all the time. They're like cleaning hacks. So I started going on it and I was like, wow, like there is other stuff besides these dances,
Yeah.
So my kids are like, oh, you should do a cooking show on it, And the first response was, listen to me. I'm not a clown. I'm not going to stand there and cook. You know, I felt embarrassed.
Right.
I felt weird. But they annoyed me enough. And I says, all right, I'll do one. Just shut up. I'll do one. Okay. So I did it, and it went viral.
Oh, that's
and literally,
amazing.
like, in a week, I had like 100,000 followers just on that one video.
That's great.
So my kids are like, you see? And I was like, no, it was a fluke. It was just beginner's luck. It's never going to happen again. And a week later, I did another one again. And then I realized people liked it. Like, I didn't imagine, like, there was, like, this need for Sicilian cooking. Because at the time, when I would look at the videos, I only saw, like, Italian food that you would find at a restaurant.
Okay.
And I said, I didn't grow up on this.
Yeah.
I didn't grow up on no Alfredo, no chicken pot. I didn't grow up on that.
Yeah.
I grew up on, like, different food that I don't see here. So I said, if I'm going to do it, then I'm going to be real and authentic and literally show people the food that was on my table growing up as a Sicilian. And that's what I did. And people liked it. They wanted to see that, you know, that representation.
Yeah, I think what it is like, so we all know there's like different types of Italian.
Yeah. Yep.
So I'm a very proud Sicilian.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm learning more about Sicilian culture.
Yeah.
I just came back from Sicily.
Oh,
I was
my
there for 10 days with Rosella.
Oh,
we were
okay.
there on a cooking tour.
Oh my God.
It was awesome.
That's awesome.
There's so many different variations of how you make eggplant in every town. It's amazing, like with how the difference is. And the cannolis, I don't love cannolis.
I don't do
I ate the
cannoli at
best.
all.
No, the best cannoli I ever ate in my life.
I can't
Was
do
it
cannoli.
Was made with because it was made with sheep milk. I don't
You
know.
see?
And it was like a ricotta sheep milk.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm gonna
know
go
what
to
it was.
no.
It was
Really?
Renee?
I'm a lobster tail type of girl.
No, Renee, I don't
tiramisu.
love
I'm a
cannolis.
babao type of
Tiramisu.
girl. I like the baba with the rum. Nice,
I like
heavy.
those too, but the
Love 'em.
cannoli, I couldn't believe how
Really?
delicious it was. It was
Okay.
the filling was like the best filling I ever tasted in my life. I was going to get one every morning.
Oh,
every
wow,
time.
wow.
Because that's what they eat in the morning.
Yes.
They don't have eggs in the morning in
No,
Italy.
they have cannoli.
I've never been. I
And
have
what's
a
the
hard
other
time
dessert?
leaving the
What's
country.
the other thing they have in the morning?
Cornetto.
Yes.
Like a croissant.
Right.
That's what
They
they
have that in the
you
morning.
know?
And I found very funny is at night I could not get a cup of coffee. It was like when I asked them for a cup of coffee at night, they looked
No,
at me
you
like,
have
well, I
a-
have
Oh, they
five
only
at
have
night, you mean?
espresso,
Yeah.
right?
An espresso, yeah.
I'd be high the whole trip. I can't drink espresso.
And I couldn't
at
get
all.
milk. I'm like, can you bring me milk? I'd have to tell them to
What
bring
about
me
ice?
milk.
You had a trouble getting some
No,
ice?
I didn't have trouble getting ice, but I never had so much trouble getting milk in my life. I'm like,
my
there's
God.
nobody
Why
want
do
to
they
bring
not
me.
use milk?
Because it's not like we do, like, that's an Italian-American thing. Like us, after dinner, we have coffee and cake.
Right.
They don't do
So
that
what
like
do they
that.
put in their coffee?
There's not. They have if they have a coffee at
have
night,
an
they don't
espresso.
drink coffee at night. They don't drink it at night. So if you go out to
But they
dinner
drink
at night,
espresso?
they
So
people,
what's the difference,
They
though?
don't
Like-
have dessert the way we do at night. They won't drink coffee at night. People just don't order it at nighttime. Like
Okay.
they looked at me like I had 10 heads when I ordered a coffee at 9 o'clock at night. They were like,
Are
"What?"
you from Italy?
Yeah, so my parents were both born in Sicily. My
Okay.
father's from the city of Palermo.
Okay.
And my mother's from a small town on a mountain called Bisaquino. There's like 2,000 people on the whole mountain. You
Okay.
know? So my parents, they raised me Sicilian. I actually, the
But
other day,
you weren't born there.
No, I wasn't
No, so
born
you're
there.
born in America.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Do you go back and forth?
when I was little, I used to go with my parents. And the last time I went was before I had triplets. You know, I went
my
to
God, you
Naples.
had
I went
triplets?
I had triplet daughters. So
Oof.
Let's
Once
talk
I did
about that, too.
that was, I don't recommend it. I mean,
My son
I'm-
has twins,
Right,
girls, so I
Well,
don't
at least you only
recommend
had to do it one time. You know, that's how I
Yeah.
started out in my medical career. I was a labor and delivery nurse.
Okay.
So I delivered a lot of babies. I saw a lot of chocha.
I didn't think I was gonna have triplets. I thought they were lying to me. Like when I put 3,
Was it
I did in
natural?
vitro. No,
It was in
Oh,
vitro.
okay.
no,
That's
I
why
did in vitro.
Yeah.
And they said, if you put 3 embryos in, you're going to have triplets. And I thought they were lying to me. I thought they just wanted me to do it again and again for the money.
Right.
No, you're supposed to do
my
one at a
father
time, right?
would have that in my head all the time. They want your
Typical
money.
Italian.
They just
That's
want
so Italian.
like
That's so Italian.
I love that.
And I thought, oh no, they just don't want me to get pregnant. They want me to do it again because it's expensive,
Right.
So
And
I
you
said,
got
no,
3
you
for
put
one.
3 in. You put 3 in. Thinking it was a better target to get 1.
Well, you got 3.
Right. But wait, no, don't they do a few at a time to make and see which one takes?
They do that to some people.
Some
like if you're
people.
older.
Oh,
and
okay,
have
okay.
A
So
lower,
you did it younger.
I was young.
Oh,
I was
okay.
27.
Oh.
So they're like, you're gonna have triplets. I was telling my husband, they're lying. They just want us to do it again. I'm telling you, we got to put 3. They're lying.
Oh my God, does he like you today?
Oh, well, yeah, now he does. But when I first, they weren't lying.
Clearly, they
I got
weren't like.
pregnant with triplets.
Triplet
And
girls.
When you don't have kids and you're having 3 in one shot, you don't know the work that it is. So in my head,
And how old were you?
I was 27.
Okay.
Yeah.
And in my head, I'm like, I got this. I'll put him on a schedule, like La La Land.
Right. Right.
But no, I don't
You're
recommend
like,
it. No,
no.
like it was beautiful because I had 3 beautiful, healthy babies.
Amen.
But it was also
Amen.
complete torture, terrible. And I had help. I had my mother and my mother-in-law. They stepped in as moms. Mm-hmm. And,
They live with you, either one of them?
No, but they were like
Okay.
by me all
They
the
live
time.
close by.
You know?
They live
Yeah,
close by, okay.
So they
Okay.
were like in and out all the time. And if I didn't have them, it would have been a tragedy.
But I think for any time when you have a baby, it's especially in this day and age, especially us as modern women. I mean, for the things that we have to do, we all need help with our kids. I mean, I
Yeah.
know for me, when
Yeah.
I had my kids, when I found my first one, I was in school. I had my first one. I was 21 when I had my first daughter.
Right.
When
I was
Wow, you were
23 when I
young.
had
So I was
AJ.
still in college and I needed help. I couldn't stay home all day because I had to
Yeah.
go to school. So
That's why I'm grateful for these moms that actually like step up and help their daughters and do that. Even though I tell my kids, I have 3 daughters, I tell them, you better have them one at a time and pace yourself because mommy's busy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And make sure you all don't get pregnant at the same time,
like,
too.
imagine
Yeah.
if they all had triplets.
Well,
No,
that
I don't.
that would go
I
on the
don't
father's
recommend it.
side. So it's on the. It wouldn't. So wait, let me see how that would work. So twins runs on my daughter-in-law's side through her father.
Right.
So it would be
Yeah, but it wasn't natural. It was
Right.
in vitro.
right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was
Because
in
it wouldn't
vitro.
be then on your daughters. It would be through on the. Well, yeah. Wait.
Well, it wouldn't be anything because
Right.
it was in vitro.
Yeah, it was
She had it.
I was
she
trying
had
to figure
it-
this-
She had them implanted.
I was trying to
She
figure
had
it
them
out.
implanted.
Yeah, but how did? So you don't have twins at all?
Ariel,
Oh, see, my grandmother is a triplet. My father's mother's a triplet who had triplets.
Really?
What?
She's a triplet, had triplets. One of her twins
Oh my
had.
God, natural.
Yeah.
Wow.
All crackpots.
So you
Imagine
guys
a bunch
gotta
of
be
crazy
careful.
You gotta be careful.
No, well, I don't have none
Well,
to
no
worry
more.
about. I'm one done and could never have another. And my 2 other sisters were not having children. One is much older, and my younger sister is not having any more. Her son's, close to 30. She definitely ain't. But I have 4 grandkids. So my son has an 8-year-old, a 5-year-old, and twin girls that are 2.5.
Yeah, that's busy. That's a lot of
He's
work.
busy.
Yeah.
But having them at one time though is like you had 3 at one time and now you're done. I mean, looking back,
That'll
it was
teach you a
hard.
lesson, Jen. I mean, that'll teach you a lesson. Yeah, it was a lot. It was it was not good. It was like too much. It was too
Yeah,
much.
too much.
On somebody who's never had kids and just 3 in one shot. I thought my life was over. I would sit on my stoop and I'd cry. On my stoop, I would cry. And just somebody taking a walk, I would be so jealous of a woman just being able to take a walk because I couldn't just take
couldn't
a
just
walk.
go.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
Right.
and everything that we did when you do it with triplets, it sucks the joy out of
The
it. Like
car
even like a
ride.
class, like a picture for a holiday,
Right.
getting them all to
together.
like.
Yeah, I know.
To all take a
Watch
picture,
my
yeah.
daughter-in-law. It's absolute. I take my grandson, my girls. I love my girls just as much as my boy, but I don't have the same relationship as the girls. I'm pro boy. I'm one of 3 girls, but I'm all about boys.
Yeah.
I love
So
boys too.
my granddaughters, I can see it already
And I have
coming.
all girls
Oh my
too.
God, you're just like my mother. My mother said something to me the other day.
I can see it coming.
And let me tell you, I actually made a video about it on how, like, as people get older, they'll say things. But my mother, like, she would always say this. She says to me, Rita, I love you, but your brother made me a mom. Like that's special. Like she tells me right to my face that like she cares about him more than me. You know.
That's right. My mother told so
But
my
the
hair
boys
was
are always the princes. Come on, you know.
know?
Yeah, well, listen, my hair
brother's
was
got
down
away
to
with
my
everything.
ass the other day, and it was jet black. And my mother told me, you look like a witch.
See, is
Okay? 13 inches later, and I took the black out. Guess
But it
what?
looks beautiful.
It
Your
looks
hair looks
fabulous.
really nice. I love
Thank
it.
you.
I think you look
It
so
has
elegant.
bounce to it. I like it.
It looks beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
She
really
was right
does.
because it does look beautiful. Not that you.
No,
look like
she
a
never
witch.
said it looked beautiful.
She didn't-
She said I look like a witch with my long black hair. Hence why I cut my long black hair off.
But your hair does look beautiful.
Yeah, but
It
now
looks
look at
great.
you. You
It's
see?
fun. It's yeah.
fun. It's
I'm
bouncy.
very
You
used
look very
to my
elegant.
long black hair.
Yeah.
I love
It's
it.
gonna
like
take
this.
me a minute.
I love
I
it.
think
like
it
But
this.
yeah, I get it. Mothers say shit.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah, and we do
Wait.
get like that. I'm just pro boy. That's period.
Yeah. And
If that's insulting,
And I mentioned that in a video only because I'm trying to, besides my cooking and whatever, I'm trying to bring awareness to the elderly community. I want people to be nice to older people.
Yeah.
You know,
They should
and
be
I
nice.
said that because in the past I might have like snapped back at my mom to be like, that's not nice. Why do you talk to, you know? But now I don't do that anymore. Like
Oh, I
she's
do
82
it.
years old, and I'm telling everybody, please, when it comes to older people, you have to have a different level of tolerance. You have to be
100%.
more
And they
patient.
earn the right to say what they want.
Yeah.
They have walked this earth
You
long
have,
enough.
yes,
I think,
please,
some of
Renee,
them.
please.
I mean, I love my mother. Don't get me wrong, but she didn't earn the right to say some of the things she said. Sorry.
No, well, that's a mother
get
saying,
that.
but
I
that's
get
a
that
mother
too.
saying it to a daughter. I'm
I
talking
get
about.
that too. But you have to believe, deep down inside, you have to believe that your mother loves you.
Oh no, no,
And
I'm
you
not
know that
saying
you
about
can't,
me. No,
like,
no, no.
You know, like she's not trying to hurt you.
No. I know that. That's
know?
not what I'm saying. There's certain things she says I don't agree with, and I don't shut
Yeah.
up. And some of the things she says are shocking.
Mine too.
Like-
Mine
My grandmother used to
too.
tell me I was fat and I better lose
I'm
weight.
not even talking about
Like-
us personally. She like the outside world. She's 80. My mother's 80.
Yeah.
She's from the old school.
Yes. Yeah.
She speaks old school, and you know what I
Yes.
mean. So sometimes I'm like, yeah, you should shut up. Like, you know what I mean. But my mother would do anything in the world and still does for me.
Yeah.
So it's not a question of love.
Yeah.
It's not a question of that. It's just I'm also a Cancer and she's a Taurus, so all we do is run at each other all day
Yeah.
long.
But
Yeah.
let me ask you a question, Rena. Would you see yourself when you talk to your girls too? Sometimes I see myself saying things to my kids, and my kids get so offended if I say something to them, even if I mean it from the heart, and I'd be like, telling
I'm
my
rough.
daughter,
I'm really rough with my
too.
daughters too. I really am.
I'm rough.
I'm not
I'm
into
rough with my
that.
girls.
Into that, like
I'm always
gentle
rough.
parenting. I'm not into
Me
that
neither.
shit.
Me
I'm
neither.
not. I feel like that's when you get and I.
That's when
another
you get
thing that I
steamrolled
say,
over.
Another thing that I say
Or you
that's
make soft kids.
yeah. Another thing that I say that other people don't agree with, but I don't care, is when people say you have to let them make their own mistakes, you got to, that, I say to those people,
I
you
don't
tell
agree
me
with that
something.
at all.
When they mess up,
Who are they
who's
calling?
got to clean it up?
Right.
Okay.
Who's
We-
got to clean it up?
100%.
Right? So before my kids fall off that hill or make the mistake, which I think is going to be tragic,
Yep.
Right.
I'm gonna grab you, and I'm gonna pull you back in, and you're gonna listen because I'm not gonna clean it up. I'm not gonna clean up. That's the problem. You gotta let them live, and they're adults, and they gotta make their own decisions. Granted. But I'm sorry, you're gonna sit there. Your kid's about to make a
Let me
huge
let them make
mistake,
their
and
own
you're
mistake.
gonna
No.
let them crash so that you could say you learned your lesson. No bullshit.
No.
You're gonna try as a parent. This is my
100%.
thing. As a parent, you're going to try everything you freaking can to stop them from making a mistake. Then if they do it, and you could sleep. Like, as a mother, you could be like, I tried.
Well, you know what? You have to know.
but see, so in the opposite side of that. So my mother and father didn't want me to make probably even a quarter of the choices I did.
Right.
But instead of doing it maybe like pulling me back hard, they what's the word I'm looking for? Jen, what's the word I'm looking for? What did they do to me?
Coddle.
It's not just coddled. No,
Enabled.
Enabled.
Right, but they enabled me. So now instead of doing it the rough way, they did it the soft way. So you enabled me, and I was like, yeah, okay, I'm going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
So sometimes you got to do it in, like, my son, I explain it to him. I tell him, you shouldn't do this. This is the end result. I'm telling you.
But at the end of the day, he's an adult too, and they also listen. I look at it this way: I raised my 3 kids. My husband was in jail for a long time. I had to be mom and dad, and I was very, very hard on my girls because, and I'll tell you why. Because I was alone. I was no man in the house. They could not let them walk all over me. They had to be afraid of me. And I see that what
I agree.
kind of
I
not
agree.
damage that it did, but they understand now why I was like that, because they would have ran all over me. They would have been out. They could have been butanas. They could have been drug addicts.
1,000%.
So I had to reel them in and be tough with them because
have to.
I could not
Please,
bear
I tell
having to
people,
worry about that.
don't underestimate fear.
Yeah.
You need fear.
And they had
That's
fear.
the problem nowadays. These kids don't fear.
No, they
their
don't.
parents.
They
No, my
don't. I see how
grandson,
some of
he
these
don't-
kids
My
talk to their...
grandson don't fear his parents, and they're not soft.
No.
But he don't fear nothing.
That's
Because
dangerous.
he sees the other kids. Because
When
he
they
sees
don't
the other
fear,
kids.
it's
No,
very scary.
he's got my father in him. My father was fearless. But sometimes to be fearless is actually a really good thing too.
I agree with that.
I
too.
had a lot of fear in life. A lot of fear. My youngest sister, who's sitting over there, she was fearless. She was going to go to college. She was going to go live in the city in college. I was like, oh my God, I can't leave home. So,
Yeah, I
But
get
that's
that.
each child is
being
different.
fearless
You get
is-
3 at once, so
fearless,
you're dealing with this.
independence is different than being fearless. So I think that's what maybe wanting to be more independent for doing something else or just trying to do something.
right, but you
got to
be fearless when you want.
Absolutely.
Right. So I lived with the fear of if I go too far from home, this will go wrong or that'll go wrong. I went around the corner and got screwed anyway because I married the devil. But but that's the truth.
Yeah.
So my fear be different. I think each child has to be dealt with accordingly. Like I think
because each child's different. So
They're all
like, I
different.
have triplets, and my daughters are completely
They
different.
might look the
it's
same, but
like
they're all
being
different.
raised by different sets of parents.
Yeah, me and my 3 sisters.
That's how my
nothing
3
is about
girls
the
are.
same.
Every single one has a different personality.
Yeah.
They're all different, and they were all raised in the same house. They were all raised
And
by
you have
me.
to parent different.
Right,
based
my
on what they
older
give
one,
you.
my older one, I have to coddle more than anybody else. The oldest one, my middle one, is very rough. She's like me, and we go head to head, her and I,
Yeah.
because she's like the smart one. She's this. She's opinionated. She's like that. My little one, she's just like a free spirited like flower child
Yeah.
that just like looks at all of us like we're
Yeah.
crazy. Like that's how she is. Like that's like she looks at us and just stares at us like, oh my God,
And I
rolls
feel
her
like
eyes.
God knows what He's doing when He gives you your kids. Because,
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
1,000,000%.
I have one that if I would have had them separately and I would have had her first, I would have definitely stopped. Like, because she tortured my life growing up. But I mean, thank God she grew
Right.
out of it. But what I'm saying is, He knew like the other two.
We're
Grew up
easy.
more independent because
Yeah.
I had to deal with this one
Right,
making
right.
me
So they had
crazy
to
all day
do-
long.
right.
Well, God, that's what happens. Like, there's always one that you have to give a little bit more
Exactly.
attention
Right.
to, and
Exactly.
that's
Yeah,
just
I'm
the
that
way
one.
it is.
I'm that
You
one.
know, that's just how
I
it
am.
is.
I'm
Another
the
one.
trouble child. I'm definitely the trouble child.
You know?
I was the addict in recovery today.
But the parents
the
always
one-
love
thank
the
you.
trouble child the most. It's for something. They
Well,
love
they
that.
say a
You
mother's
let me tell you, my mother hides the chicken cutlets for the little one. Okay? She hides them from me. There's some favoritism with fucking chicken cutlets in my
There
house.
is.
Don't even make me go there.
We don't bring you some chicken
It's
cutlets.
terrible. It's terrible. There is favoritism. I am a lot to deal with, so I'm going to wear you out. However, I will say this. I kid you not when I talk about my ex-husband. You watch the
Yeah, I
show,
watch
so
your
you know.
show.
Okay. My son, I can't even, like, God definitely said, my son got hit one time from me. Once. He's 31. One time. And it was off the elbow with a air freshener can. I never had to. Never. I mean, he's more of the parent. Let me keep it real. He's definitely more of the parent, more of the mature one in the house, But
I remember some of those shows
Yeah.
where he had to like,
Mom,
he would look
Mom.
at you like, Mom.
But I got so lucky. Like God knew what he said. You know what? From the devil, you'll get an angel, and that's
See that?
and I firmly
true.
believe that. And
Yes.
listen, he's not an angel, but he's my angel.
Yeah.
And I think that's
So
like
God
the
knew
most.
who to send you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know?
Well, you have good kids. Thank God I have good
Yep.
kids. You have good
Yes,
kids.
thank God. Till now,
I used to see other parents that kids at the same school with my daughter, and they had both parents at home, and my kids were more well behaved. I said, "How is this possible
Yeah.
that I have no husband in the house, and your kid walks around acting like this?"
I also believe, even though whether the father's in the house or not in the house, okay, I know this is gonna ruffle some feathers too, but I believe it's a mother's job, and even though of course fathers are very important to the obviously, but how many like parents, like how many fathers, they're soldiers. They're not around for months at a, truck drivers. They're not around, or prison. They're not around, right?
Yep.
So now what do we do? Because the father's not around, our kids have to go to shit. Like you can't, you know what I'm saying? I feel like whether the father's there or not, it's the mom's job, like, to make sure
Absolutely.
that,
But it's hard being both. It's not
Oh my
easy
God, like, of
because it's like a
course.
slippery slope when you're
Of
both.
course.
Because then you become the bad guy because you're supposed to be the coddler and the nurturer, and now I have to be the one who's going to be the disciplinarian
easy.
now
It's
too.
not easy. It's
so
not.
it's a little slippery slope.
But
so
even
it's
like
hard.
to me, that's why I give so much credit to single moms.
Yeah.
Because you could do it. Yeah,
You
could do
can.
it.
And you can
know what
raise
I'm
good
saying?
kids.
Yeah, you could do it. You could do it great.
I did it half
You know?
sleeping on Xanax. Let me tell you something. And I joke about it. No,
Me
that was
too,
the later
me
part of
too.
his life. That was the later part of his life. That
know?
wasn't. So I was I was definitely mentally absent. Never emotionally absent. The kids
Yeah.
got more love, but I was mentally absent. And I can use the excuse of my ex-husband, but in the beginning, it's definitely not an excuse, but I think for me, the comfort of being like, I didn't grow up inside of me yet. So I was so hard and complicated, but I also knew I had my father. I had my mother. So for me, I was like, I have to check out for a while because I don't know if I would have lived through the things I went through if I wasn't sleeping. How about that? And I swear that. I don't care what anybody tells me. They can say anything they want.
That's your journey. It's your truth.
I think
Yeah.
if I would have been, if all my senses and feelings would have been accurate and on point, I don't know if I would have made it.
Yeah.
So I had to dumb down a lot of my emotions because I'm like emotionally based.
Right.
I think with my heart. I feel like everything is about my heart.
Right.
There's no brain action. Like, yeah, I know when my brain kicks in, but I really and I do believe God first, always, but the zodiac. So every other zodiac sign, aside from Cancer, is I think. Mine is I feel. So I feel it.
You're very emotional. You're very emotional.
Yeah.
Like,
I am. I'm emotionally based,
Yeah.
and I think that I'm so grateful my son is who he is.
Yeah.
And your girls are great kids. I mean,
they
they're beautiful
graduated.
girls.
They're all
Congratulations.
special.
Do you all go to the
education
same
team.
school?
They all went. My kids. Fun fact.
Okay.
As triplets, my kids have shared a classroom since the first day of school.
Really? They let them all stay
They'll
in
have
the
to stay
same
They
together?
class?
went to a Catholic school that only had one grade per class till eighth grade.
okay.
But they went to go
And
Our Lady
then
of Grace.
when they went to prep,
Our Lady of Grace they went to?
They went to Our Lady of Grace. Then they went to St. Francis Prep, which I requested them to be in the same classes.
Right.
Then they went to St. John's, same classes, because they had the same major.
Right.
Wow.
So they have shared a classroom since 3 years old.
Okay, so do they share the same favorite meal that you cook?
No.
All three have different.
Yeah, no, they all
What's
different.
their favorite meals that you cook?
I think that as far as favorite meal that I would cook, everybody in my house, everybody likes a good ribeye steak.
Right.
With a nice salad,
Yeah. Right.
semolina bread. So everybody's down to have a ribeye steak. But as far as like more traditional foods, like the anchovies and things like that, like I have two that will eat like traditional food. One, not so much.
I don't eat anchovy.
So,
Right.
but as far as that, yeah, they love a good steak. My husband too, it's his favorite meal is a ribeye.
Really?
Yeah. They
I don't
just love
know.
steak.
When it comes to like Italian, even Italian, he'd rather go for steak over like Italian.
Yeah, because you know what is we grew up with it.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I
So
still
like
go
when
for
I
an
go to a
Italian.
restaurant, like I'll go to Peter Luger because I want a good steak.
Which Peter Luger do you like better?
Brooklyn, Long
Yeah, me
Island.
too.
I'm sorry.
My,
didn't even
my
know they had one
favorite,
in Long Island.
my favorite waiter is Barney. He's great in Williamsburg.
But yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like we grew up with Italian food,
Right.
so it's really not special to us. It's
You
just
know what's
the
funny?
daily
My
food.
kids, like when I make chicken cutlets, I'll ask them, "Do you want me to make it Italian or American?" So it's either because that's their favorite. They love.
So what's the difference?
So
between
okay,
an
so Italian would be with like pasta or salad on the side, and then American would be mashed potatoes
Mashed potatoes
and
and corn.
corn
I didn't have that growing up.
or peas, and they love that.
I used to be so jealous of my friends that would have like corn or
Yeah.
mashed potatoes.
Or peas.
Oh, yeah, like I just want. I
Like,
just
just
all
plain
the peas
peas.
and the corn and
Like
the
plain
carrots.
all the peas like on the side, not in a sauce,
Yeah,
just on the
exactly.
side, on top of the mashed
Yeah.
potatoes.
Yeah.
They love that. Like or an applesauce.
Yeah,
They're like,
no,
oh, Mom, can you make American? I go, okay.
Yeah.
So
Really?
that's
Yeah.
like their when I'm making a chicken cutlet. Like, all right, what do you want? Do you want Italian or do you want an
So
American?
you guys both had the Italian parents
Yeah.
that came from Italy. I didn't. My parents
Okay.
are from
Oh, yeah.
America. My grandmother, my father's family was, but for me, we're more Americanized in that sense.
My mother and father both cooked.
Right. Oh
Yeah,
wow.
my parents too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
my grandmother and grandfather
My
both cooked.
father. Well, my father had restaurants all his life. That
Yeah.
was his thing.
Wow.
Excellent. My Wing and a Clam. We had a place called a Wing and a Clam in the city. But
That's-
we had one of the first, like the top of Highland Boulevard, where I forgot the name of it now. There you go. Sounds from the Crip. It was Chodo's back in the day. Like so he had one of those restaurants right at the top. Always had restaurants. Marina Cafe, my father. All of that. Granted, he was a silent partner, but it was still his. Restaurants were our thing.
Yeah.
And my father could cook and entertain at the same damn time. I miss him. Yeah.
Aw. Does your father cook too?
My father cooked too. Missed my father too. Lost my father.
I'm sorry.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
It's horrible. I lost my dad 11
That was my
years
best
old.
friend.
I'm sorry.
My dad was
Yeah.
my best friend. Even though, like, I'm very close to my mom. My mom favors my brother, and my dad favored me.
Of course,
So I feel
that's
like
the
I
way it
lost
always
my-
is.
So wait
My
a second.
guy, you know?
Back to the conversation you said about the mother. You think it's the mother's responsibility. I think without my father, I would have been more fucked. I think my father.
Well, the fathers nurture the children, the girls.
I agree.
Than
The
my
fathers
sisters.
nurture the girls, and the mothers they fight. We fight with the girls. That's just how we are. It's just
Yeah.
the way it is. Like my brother. If me and my sister would fight and go at him and be like fucking curse, and he's like, "Fuck you, you dumb bitch." If my brother said something to me, I would cry. Like that's the way because I always wanted my brother. I always wanted him to like always pay attention to me and be like, I don't know. I always felt that way. My
Right.
dad, like he would make me cry. I would never, like if he got mad at me, my father, I would cry.
Yeah.
You
My
know?
father used to come to my house once a week just to talk smack about my mother.
Oh, I love it. My two sisters are
every
closer
week.
to my mom. They're closer to my mom. Than
No, I was
I'm
always
more
close
dad-
to my grandmother and my sister
I'm a
growing
daddy's
up,
girl.
and my
Me
mom.
Me too. I was
day.
totally a daddy's girl.
Oh,
Yeah.
bad.
But
Daddy's
my
girl.
dad, like I always, when I was a kid, I couldn't wait till my dad came home. I remember sitting
Yep.
on his lap watching TV with him. He would take
Yep.
me everywhere with
Yep,
him.
yep.
Yeah.
Like I would just love being with my dad all the time, and my mom because I just love to get away from my mom. All right, mom, see you later.
Right.
And I'm like my personality. I get it from my father. So I
Yeah.
say my father passed away, but he's inside me. Like all my mannerisms, the way I think, who I am. It's my father.
Yeah.
So, and I'm grateful to that because he made me who I am. So.
I have my father's exact hands minus the fake nails. Identical hands. It's scary. Like the same body, like before my BBL. No ass, same legs, same friggin' body as my father. It's so messed up. I just had boobs and I had to buy an ass. But it's. I look at
We
him
all have to buy something at some point.
and it's fine.
It's still ours. We own it.
It is.
okay.
It is mine.
I'm proud to say this is all
Right.
I belongs
I'm
to
proud
me.
to say my father gave me the money for it. I didn't even have to do it myself. But you know what? I think like as a daddy's girl, the difference between me and I'll say my older and my younger is they were more financially, they were like Lana had restaurants, Jennifer studied to be a psychologist, and I just wanted to be a wife and a mother.
Right.
So I think the switching, like he favored Jennifer more. At the end, he favored Jennifer more. But I was always his very special child. So they could never be the special child. And maybe Jennifer's over there going special ed. And that's fine too. I was ADD and everything backwards.
Do you have brothers and sisters?
I have a brother.
So
Yeah, I have an
do you
older
see
brother.
him a lot?
He lives in Florida, so I see him like maybe every few months he'll come down, visit, But as I said, I do everything for my mother.
And she lives with you, right?
No, she lives a couple blocks away with her
Aw.
brother. And I do everything for her, but that her son who comes every blue moon,
He's the Jesus Christ off the cross.
exactly.
Oh yeah, that's just how it is.
Yeah, Jennifer's that boy. Then
That's just
she's
how it
Jesus
is.
Christ
Yeah.
superstar.
That's how it
in my
is.
house.
The boys just, the girls always will. It always was just, my grandmother or my mother would never speak to my brothers the way they would speak to me and my sisters.
Yeah.
Ever.
And also you have to understand, I don't know about you guys, but growing up in old school Sicilian way, me and my brother were raised differently.
Yes,
I was
that's
not
true.
allowed to do anything.
No.
Him, he could do whatever he wants, and he was free. He had no curfew,
You had to be home by 10 o'clock. I'm sure when you were 20
I was
years
attached
old.
to my mother's hip, growing up.
Yeah.
And if I went out, it was like my friends had to be, their parents had to be friends with my parents.
Yeah.
Right.
They had to know who their
my
ancestors
yeah,
were.
my
Like,
father-
this is this
Right.
one's daughter's
See, I didn't grow up like that.
Yeah.
We didn't grow up because my parents are from America.
Yeah.
But if my father didn't know I wasn't going.
No.
But we're all girls in my house, so we didn't experience.
My
the boy and
father
girl
wouldn't let my
difference.
older sister out of the house until she got married. She had to be home at 9 o'clock.
I
She
had a
used to-
curfew.
Yeah.
So the day before I got married,
That's
it was
my
midnight.
sister
I had a
too.
curfew once I was married. But go ahead.
She
2
told
o'clock.
she used to tell the boys that when to pick up my sister. You see how she looks right now? She better look that same way when she comes home all the time. And she'd have to be home at 10 o'clock, and she was 21 years old. She had to be home.
Yeah.
Until
So that's
she
the
got
thing.
then when she got married, that was the only way she got out of the house. So she had to
Right.
get back.
That's what I'm saying. I got married young. I married my first boyfriend. I met my husband at 14 years old. I got married at 23. He was my first boyfriend. And, that's it. Because my parents told me I wasn't allowed to date.
Yeah.
So
you've been with him for how long?
I was
All her life?
14 when I first met him.
Wow.
But I wasn't allowed to have a boyfriend.
And you grew up in Middle Village?
No, I grew up in Ridgewood.
In Ridgewood.
Queens. He grew up in Williamsburg.
Okay.
So he was a little bit older. He was 17. But I wasn't allowed to have a boyfriend. But then he had to move to Rome for school, so we broke up. And then he came back. I was 21. We got back together. But even when he was gone, I didn't have another boyfriend. Because I wasn't allowed to date. My parents told me,
Oh, you missed out on a lot of
that's
crap,
what I'm
man.
saying. That's how.
My parents told me I couldn't do it, but I did it.
No, because I had, my brother, my father, everybody was on me. So I was like, I couldn't do that. And, which I didn't understand. How am I going to meet somebody and fall in love if I don't date?
Right.
And they're like, no, where's none of that? What do you think? You're going to change? You're going to get one and then you're not going to like them and then you're going to change and then you're going to change. And I was saying to myself, isn't that the way you're supposed to do it?
Supposed to happen.
You know? But
Well, that's Sicilian
That's
thinking.
Sicilian.
yeah,
That's
they're like, no,
old
you got to
school.
make
That's
really
old school.
sure who you want
Right.
because you're not going to be switching boyfriends every 5 minutes. And
Right.
thank God my husband
Turned out to
be the
Right.
right one because I would have
Right.
been so screwed.
And now
if he
you're
didn't.
together for how many years?
Oh my God, I've been married 28 years.
Wow.
Oh, God bless.
That's amazing.
That's beautiful.
People get let off for good behavior.
Yeah, exactly. It's more than a life sentence.
That's
right?
what my grandmother
Yeah.
used to say all the time.
Yeah.
So funny. They were married for 71 years, my grandparents.
Oh my
Isn't
goodness.
that
My
crazy?
parents,
That's wonderful.
58.
See?
Yep.
And my parents, they both passed away very young, but if they were together, they probably would have still been together.
Sure.
But they were married 25 years, but they both
Yeah.
died 7 years apart, 51 and 55.
Wow, that's very
They
young.
died very young, my parents. Yeah.
That's
Very
terrible.
young. Wow.
No.
That's sad.
But they were, that doesn't happen anymore. So, I mean, I
No.
still believe in it. I do still believe in a soulmate. I still believe in the person that could happen.
Yeah.
But it's like once in a lifetime.
Yeah.
And it might not be, a forever thing, but there is somebody that's there for
Yeah,
everybody.
but I didn't raise my daughters like the way my mom raised me. And a lot of things, tradition, but I don't believe in that. I believe in you stay with a person while it works.
Right.
And if it doesn't, I don't care if you're married, 1 kid, 2 kids, I don't care. You have to be happy. Life is short.
Yes.
And
So true.
I don't believe in staying in a marriage, if you're not happy. So I teach
Absolutely
my
not.
daughters that, you keep changing until you get it right. Like I'm sorry.
And
Are they
that's-
dating now?
Yeah, so 2 of them have boyfriends.
They
One doesn't.
They need triplets to all date.
I know, right?
Right?
But yeah, 2 of them have boyfriends, and thank God, very nice, and I'm happy. And one still no, but they're still very young. They're 23.
Oh, they're babies.
They're babies.
Yeah,
They'll
so they're
find
still
it.
young. But yeah, that's how I.
My
teach
son was
daughters.
with child and married. Like
my
me,
God.
23.
Yep.
Yeah, me too. I
Yep.
got married at 23.
Yep.
Yeah, these kids, it's different today.
Yeah.
It's just different.
And I don't feel like people are getting married the way they used to. Like, I remember, like, years ago, like,
Yeah.
remember you would hear those horns when people get,
Yep.
every weekend
Yep.
they would come by with the
Come down
limos.
the
That's
block,
also a
yeah.
problem. That's also a problem here
Yes.
that we have, that the young people, the young people aren't getting married.
Yeah, I think that's a problem too. I think that, you know, if you get too comfortable in a relationship where it's like, what's the point of getting married? If
Yeah.
we, you know,
Well, that has to do with my belief is how you're raised at home.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's a home thing. Because if you grow up with certain morals
Yep. Then
and
you wanna
and-
get married.
yeah, and common belief,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you're gonna want that for yourself. But
Absolutely.
we're letting too much go, and
I think
Yeah.
it's,
But I'm
I
gonna
do think it's
zip
starting
it.
to change a little bit, and the pendulum is starting to switch the other way because
Hopefully.
girls are realizing that these women who are these feminists are not happy by themselves and just career orientated.
Yeah.
They're realizing that they're alone
Yeah.
and they're unhappy.
And
so
I,
the younger
yeah. And I also
generation's
believe,
realizing.
like, if you're waiting for a guy to, if you want to get married, this is to women who want to get married. If you want to get married and have a family and you keep waiting for somebody year after year for that same person and you're with them for all these years and it's not happening, chances are
It's not gonna
it's
happen.
not going to happen.
And that's what I feel
true.
bad for. I feel bad for women who believe that it's
Yeah.
going to happen one day. And
it
men are
doesn't
really simple. They're
No,
cut
they
and
are.
dry.
They're
Like,
very
They're not
simple.
mysterious. Like, we give them too much credit that they're really, like, thoughtful and really think. No, men are really cut and dry. If they want you, they take
That's
you.
it.
That's
right.
it.
But
If
the
you know what I'm
men
saying?
today are
They're
very
different, though.
calculating, and they're. I am very sorry. I'm out there and I'm single, and
No,
I
I heard
know
it's rough. I heard it's so
rough.
rough out there. Like,
It is rough.
terrible, you know?
I'd rather not be bothered. Period.
And I agree. I'd
Yep.
rather be single, too.
because
but-
there's a lot going on in general.
Yeah.
So I think if a man wants it, he goes for
That's
it.
what I'm
But if
saying.
he's not going for it, he don't want
Yeah.
it. And
Exactly.
that's it.
That's what
and
I'm
that's
saying.
the message. I think the movie was what was it? He's just not that into
That
you.
is you.
That's
Exactly.
it. Just take the message. Stop waiting
Yeah,
around.
and the
Stop
thing is-
devoting your
Right.
time to them. That's
And the thing
it.
is, like, women, they want it so bad that they make
No,
excuses.
they want the
for them.
fairy tale. They want
Yeah,
the
but
rom-com
they make
ending, and
excuses
it
for
doesn't
them.
happen.
Oh,
Yeah.
he just has to wait for this, and then he has
Yeah.
to wait for
There's no
that, and we have to wait
excuses.
for that. So they
You can't
find-
plan life.
You know?
Like I say that's what my girls all the
Nobody's
time.
ever ready.
When are you ready? You're never ready. That's
You know?
it.
No.
There's no plan. So don't stick with a plan. Sometimes when you try to stick with a plan, the plan doesn't work.
And when
it
it
falls
gets
apart.
difficult, I tell women, I tell my kids too. When you feel like your relationship is getting difficult, like it's difficult, it's not worth it.
No, that is
It's
so
not worth
true.
it. It's not worth it. You have because I'm telling you, men are really simple. They'll make things work if they want it to work.
Yeah.
And that's
know?
good advice that you're giving your girls.
Yes.
And that's great. And it's wonderful. Now 2 out of the 3 have boyfriends.
Yes.
And hopefully the next is it Ari?
Ariana has a boyfriend.
Okay.
His name is Anthony.
It'll be the
She's been with him
next-
for 5 years.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah.
But you're giving them the tools, and they're
And the great cooking
and the
skills.
great cooking
And the
skills that
cooking
they
skills.
need
That's
to
right.
keep a man happy. What's next for you,
Okay.
Rita? Tell everybody where they can find
So-
you, and tell them. I know you have something coming up with a book signing too,
Yes.
right?
So November 9th, I have a book signing at JJ Zone in Little Ferry, New Jersey.
Okay.
So if you guys are
We'll
around,
be-
you
yeah,
can
we'll
definitely
be there.
come and
Yes,
chat with us.
Yes.
It's going to
cookbook.
be a good time. I also have my next children's book coming out soon. It's going to be called I Love My Nonna.
Uh-huh.
So cute.
So it's about that. And there's some other stuff in the works, which
Good for
are
you.
not finalized, but, exciting things are
Good.
happening. So this is what I'm doing.
And tell everybody where they can find you on social media too.
So I'm on Instagram, Cucina per la Marita. I'm on Facebook, same thing, Cucina per la Marita. I'm on YouTube, and every Tuesday I do a cooking show on YouTube. So I'm also on there, the same
Good
thing.
for you.
You're good for you,
Yeah.
Rita.
Thank you.
It was so nice to have you
I
on
had
the
so
show,
much
and I
fun,
would love
and
to
I'll
have
see
you back.
in Howard Beach.
Yes, I'll see you in Howard Beach, and I'll see you at our friend's party on Saturday.
Yeah, and
Which will be nice.
hopefully you could make it.
Yes, and you'll be seeing me too.
Okay,
So,
sounds
yeah.
good.
It was
All
a pleasure
right.
having you,
Thank you,
Rita.
guys.
Please,
Thank
and
you.
thank you so much for being such a
Of
wonderful
course.
cause. So, everybody, thank you for tuning in today. And please hit that subscribe button. Apple, YouTube, Spotify. Hit that damn button, or I'm coming to get you, and I'm going to send Renee after
Yeah,
you.
there
too.
you go. And I'm going to shake you down.
Have a great day.